Hello, good morning. It's me, Kai, back again. I know, I've already lied. The video says we're playing Mega Man 2, but we've got Rockman 2 here going. To be simple and plain, my NES does not connect to HDMI, but I've got the AV Famicom, which does. So, in order to play original, we've got to play Rockman instead. And it's fine, they're the same game. It's just regular Mega Man 2 on the hard difficulty, nothing too different. Plus you get that nice little red cartridge as well. So, I've played this game a million times. Let's play it 1,000,001. If it'll let me in. Oh, here we go. I am back, thank you very much. Let's just have some fun. I've beaten this game a lot. I do have a bit of a time limit this morning, but I definitely think we should be able to beat the game before then, so I'm going to have some fun. I'm just going to play around. I mean, Flashman's not the hardest one to start with, but if we ever start really messing up and running out of time, I'll just beat the game normally. So, prepare for some bangers, because this game's got a lot of them. I'm not sure which stream I said it in the other day, but I definitely am a firm believer in the fact that these older games had such good music. Oop, do not have that. Have such good music to keep you coming back because they're so difficult. So they want to, you know, inspire you to keep going. Nice. If you can't hear me, if there are any audio issues, please speak up. Otherwise, I won't know. And then I can't fix anything, and then we all look silly. But I'm sure there are people out there in the world who would think, you know, just me not talking and just having gameplay on the screen wouldn't be too bad of a thing. Man, you can't get anything in this level without the powers first. Get the little pool noodles out of the way. Can we? Yes, we can. Oh, but I think we want this one. Yeah. Sounds good to me, thank you very much. I'm reading your comments just fine, so you're sounding good too. Yes, 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 this is going well. Perfect, we'll need that. Now we can't go further on, because there's a block at the end, we don't have anything to use. Let's get this guy out of the way, if we can. Oh no. That's bad, because there's probably going to be another one. No, I was wrong. So we're probably going to go in here, we're going to die once, and then we'll be fine. Because we'll have the E-Tank. We'll get this guy out of here. Flashman is not difficult, check this out. Just get him out of there. Oh, he's going to hit us. For a lot of these old Mega Man bosses, the trick is to not touch them. You can like hit their item. Honestly, I'm doing fine. I'm going to... Oh, I was too late. The start button didn't want to play. But the trick is, yeah, don't touch them, because for some reason the contact damage is gigantic compared to like their projectiles. So if you don't touch them, you'll be fine. Use the invincibility to get a good advantage to go through them, go through around them. And look, we didn't even need it. First try. Yeah, it is nice having an actual melody, isn't it? They really did have people, you know, working on it to try and make sure things sounded good, sounded memorable. Because, yeah, there's a lot of nice orchestral scores nowadays. But the thing is, you can't remember them. They're nice to listen to while they're happening, and then, you know, you turn off whatever you're watching, whether it be a game, a movie, or anything. And they're just out of your head. There's just nothing there, so... Not a lot to remember. We've got item number 3. Oh, we'll try Bubble Man. He's another easy guy. I don't think this game's too hard. I mean, it's certainly hard on your first go. But once you start learning how things work, you're pretty much set. There's a big frog. If you don't want this big frog to shoot his little frogs at you, you got to keep one on screen, because he'll only fire his frogs once all 3 are gone. Very nice. Get rid of that guard. Get ready to jump immediately. These things fall down. Nice. I think the only real series that does a lot of good themes and scores orchestrally is, if that's a word, is the Dragon Quest games nowadays. But who was it? Sugiyama, who did the music for Dragon Quest. He didn't even want, you know, Western audiences listening to the orchestral parts. He just wanted them to have the MIDI tracks. And honestly, that makes me like it a little better because, you know, the idea that I'm just making some racist old man really angry by listening to his music just really does it for me. I really enjoy that fact. Maybe that's a bad thing to say, but I think it's quite funny. That fish is no match for us. Get rid of these dudes. This would be a lot easier if we did Metal Man first, but it's no problem. That's a big help. Nice, nice, nice. Good. We've got to wait for them to come down because we have no way up at the moment. Could use the flash stopper, but that's pretty much a waste at this point. Yes, good to go. Keep getting rid of these shrimps. I'm missing a lot. Look at me go. You will never catch me, you know, speedrunning these games, because I get disappointed with a lot of speedruns for this sort of stuff, because a lot of the strategies involve just, you know, getting hit and moving straight through a lot of the enemies, and I don't like that. The game gives you the B button to shoot, so you want to press it. It feels good to mash it. And see, that frogman did not shoot any frogs because I kept one on screen from the last guy. And that was definitely on purpose and not just because I couldn't reach him and shoot him in time. Watch out for the crabs. And we're at Bubble Man. Isn't that nice? He's not that hard. We'll see what we can do. Well, he's definitely easier when you've got the metal blade, but you know, we're working with what we've got. He'll try and shoot you, he'll try to throw bubbles at you. I'm on my, you know, C game here, so I'm not playing my best, I'm just focusing on, you know, shooting the fella. And it seems to be going alright. Always the projectiles, not contact. That's how you play these games. Make at least a small effort to dodge the bubbles, and we're laughing. Nice. And that's what it's all about. Get them before they get you. We can focus on the weaknesses later in the little boss rush at the end. Always at the end. So we'll see who's next, who we feel like. Nice, we got the bubble lead. Ooh, let's take on Quickman. He's pretty tough, but, you know, once we have Flashman's weapon, he shouldn't be terrible. Thank you. We've got item 3, so we can jump over here, get this. That'll come in handy later when I inevitably mess up. And we'll see how we go. This is another level, as the whole game is, that it's much easier if you get the metal blade first, but we didn't feel like it today. Let's see if I embarrass myself or not. Nope, still good. There is plenty of time in this level to make big mistakes, so let's see how we can do. That was great. And, yep, in a lot of this level, if you press the pause button to change your weapon, for some reason the whole screen blacks out. So we'll see how we go. We've got the fire dudes here. Much like you to me, they light up our lives, and let us see. There we go, another one down, dodges fire. You can be running for a long time here, don't forget to try jumping. Alright, this, I think, is the real meat of the level. Let's see what we can do. Most people would use the flash stopper here, but I like using it on Quickman himself. So let's see if we can dodge all the little noodles and keep it going. Whee! There we go. Another victory. Here's where it starts getting hard. You got to get nice and close so that you can run away here. And I think there's more. Yes! And there we go. These dudes are easy if you have Airman's weapon, but we do not. Oh, but he jumped over me. Perfect. Do it again. Ah! We should be so lucky. I think there's a third guy. No, I'm wrong again. You'll get used to that. I'm wrong often. But I think we'll follow the same strategy. We got 2 E-tanks. We got 3 lives. So let's just try and get him. We will probably just die on this attempt and try again later. He's not super easy. He's not exactly like Shadow Man in Mega Man 3, where like, if you don't have his weakness, he's pretty much impossible. But he poses a bit of a challenge, and if you don't know what you're doing in these games, you can definitely have some trouble. Oop. Look at me, doing a bad job. There we go, that's a good position. Yep, doesn't matter. We'll be fine. I can probably take one more good hit like that. We'll use one of the E-tanks. And you know what? Let's go straight to Flashman. Bang! That'll drain half his life, I believe. And then we can take it from there. Oh no, pretty good. There we go! See? But if you'll see, I did get hit again, so we did need that E-tank. It was not a waste. I would have wrecked it otherwise, and then we all would have been embarrassed and upset. And now we have the quick boomerang. Nice pink setup. I do like all the colors you get in these games when you start beating the Robot Masters. Let's go to Flashman next, or Clashman. I believe they changed that to Crashman in English, and then I believe it got changed back in Mega Man 2 on the Game Boy, which I really like. That's a game I enjoy. Most people hate it because the music is pitched like an octave too high, but it's actually a good game, and you can smash it out in like a half hour, whether you're good at it or not. So maybe that's one we'll do eventually, because I do like those games. Let's hope I can get up here before this guy comes out. I can, and we're good to go. If you can't tell, I am a fan of the Mega Man games. I've been a fan for a long time. I think, like most people, Mega Man 2 was my first one. Just because we had the NES cartridge back in the day, and then I started... Ooh, that'll come in handy. Sorry, I gotta write again now. But yeah, we did have the NES card back in the day. And then from there, I just started exploring the rest of them to see what they were like, and that eventually led to me, you know, having to take off the region lock from my NES, which definitely worked out alright. So yes, if you have a PAL or even American original like toaster-shaped NES, there is one chip down the bottom where if you tear off like one of the legs, your NES will become region-free, and then you can play whatever you want on it, which is excellent. And yes, we are grooving on this track. This is definitely one of the better ones. Like I said, it takes the frustration away. We're having a much better time playing. I can jump from here because the music is alright. This guy throws stuff at us, and I've just made him come back by putting him off the screen. I have never once dodged those little cans as they fly at me. You can call me a fake gamer. You can call me bad at Mega Man. I don't mind. It's all true. This guy gets me a lot as well. I'm usually never fast enough. He hits me. Look, like that. And I'm lucky I didn't fall down, because then you have to do the whole thing again, and he just keeps on hitting you. This is going to be quite bad without, I believe item 1 is what you want. And we definitely don't have it, do we? No. We're playing the game wrong. And now this is where things get bad. You know what I could do? We could use the flashman weapon here. And we could just make it so nothing falls down. But then we gotta be fast. We gotta use what we have at our disposal. And look at that, I barely climbed one ladder. So this is gonna get rough. But I think we dropped it on the correct side, because now, yes, the little bird dropped his egg elsewhere. And there's not much I can do here. There's an E-tank there. There's a life up here, and you can get them both if you have... Oh boy. If you have item 1, which is very handy to have. And I don't have the right item here again. How many E-tanks do I have? I still got 1. So maybe we'll mess around. Clashman isn't that hard to fight, honestly. He jumps when you shoot, so you just try and time it up, then he shoots a bomb at you. I mean, these games are a lot of fun, and they can provide a lot of challenge, but then all that really happens is that eventually you find, like, the system. You find how things work, you find how they've been programmed, and you find out that they can't really go outside of that, and then you end up in situations like this, where unless I really goof it, you can't really lose. And so here I am, beating this guy, you know. This is the pattern, so get used to it. And there we go, I did mess up, fantastic. Very cool. And here we go, we're doing it again, but he'll come back. We just gotta keep trading. There we go. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna use the E-tank. I feel confident. I feel good about myself. Yeah, old games and hardware are just really fun. I find them very enjoyable. It's fun to, like, play older stuff. I like the big controllers, you know, the way everything hooks up. I do like, you know, finding modern solutions. I don't really like stuff like, you know, the NES modifications you can make where people just put, like, HDMI straight in. Only because, like, I believe that, you know, HDMI, like, it's not the end. There will definitely be better things in the future, better ways to plug in. Like, we'll move on like we always do, but then you're just stuck there, you know, with your modification that's still outdated and doesn't work anymore. So that's why I just like to look for things like cables and other things that can help me out. We've got the crash bomb now. I think it's finally time we get on down to Metal Man. We'll see what we can do. This is like the easiest boss. He's weak to himself. You can beat him in 2 hits, but we can't do that the first time because obviously we've never beat him before. There's a couple of cool things you can get. You can get the E-tank immediately. Now this is a good song in the game if you like, you know, older tracks. Watch out for these. They come on down. Oh, let's get in before they come back. There we go. I hope you like screen flickering because we're going to get a lot of it on this stage. Beautiful. This is a good spot to get anything, really. They know this because they put another one of these sections in the castle later. Great, through that. Always easy to jump through here. Oh, we could get something up there if we really wanted, but... Here we go, running on through. Let this guy come on down. Good, we got a little something back. We'll take him out a little bit beforehand, good. Get a couple good shots in before he comes down. Look, everything's working out. And... Good. Hey, we all just might have witnessed me dodging that thing for the first time. Mega Man's invisible half the time. You'll just have to believe me that he's there. You'll just have to believe me that we're all here and we're doing a good job. Let's not fall down here. Did it. But yeah, screen flickering. because the NES could only handle so many things at a time. We did get the E-Tank. Let's see how we go. Nice. Alright, he's not that hard, but he's probably going to get a few shots in. The trick, like always, just don't be greedy. You'll hit him eventually. Just focus on dodging rather than hitting, you know? And you'll get there. Maybe it won't be a world record, but you'll do it. And watch out when he changes the floor. Just like that. It's all going alright. Check it out. This is going good. First try, no damage, huh? One more time. And there we go. Just another victory. There we go, the metal blade. So now we pretty much have easy mode. We're gonna go for Airman next. Outskilled him. He tried his best, and he's gonna be even sadder later on. So now, what we do and what we never stop doing now is we get the metal blade on, and we pretty much just win. I will still get hit. Don't expect too much. That was pretty good. I usually get hit by those little drill things because I usually try to go too fast. Still going. What even are these things, man? You can shoot diagonal. As long as you remember to, you know, press the button and hold the direction at the same time. Otherwise, you know, you'll start just running off the edge. And yep. Bang, just like that. Hopefully you can still hear me alright because it is quite the windy day outside and I forgot to close the window before we began. So if you're hearing anything strange or I'm being drowned out for whatever reason, please let me know. I'll just get up and shut them. And look, now with the metal blades, we can shoot in any direction. We got to anticipate this next chicken. We didn't do it. But now we can get rid of these before we hatch. And it doesn't have to be like Clash, man. Check it out. We can deal with these guys too. Metal blade. If you are playing this game for the first time and you're not sure what to do, Metal Man is the answer. He beats the whole game. Now, hopefully... Oh, I didn't do it. You gotta try and line up these platforms so that you can get it out without getting hit, but I did not. There's some enemies here. They might show up, they might not. It's pretty easy to make things disappear in this game. That's another thing about NES games. If you want to cheat, you can just run people off the screen and chances are they won't come back. See, now this guy, I don't think I'm even hitting him because he's getting run off the screen in such a way that he keeps reappearing with full health whenever I try. Let's see. Oh, didn't get the bird. There'll be another one. There we go, look at this. Now, I believe the best one for this one is Woodman, if I'm not mistaken. So, we're just gonna do this. We're just gonna beat him. We're just gonna shoot him. We just gotta dodge his little tornadoes. I don't know how you're supposed to dodge that one. And then we'll just stand behind him. We'll shoot him a bunch. You can do Airman first if you want as well, because he's not that bad as you've just seen. Not bad at all. So yeah, Metal Man or Airman is usually where people recommend you start when they actually play the game. But of course, if you've ever heard that song, you know, I Can't Beat Airman. It's pretty popular around the internet. It certainly was like, what, 10 years ago? Maybe even more. We've got item 2 now, and that is basically a nice little hoverboard that'll let us breeze through Heatman nice and easily because I am a chump and I will cheat my way through this stage. I can definitely do it without it, but in the interest of time, look at me, I've already made a mistake. Check how much better that is. Get rid of these boys. Get rid of the tellies. You gotta watch out here, because they'll come out of the wall and they will hit you while you're jumping and knock you straight into that lava, which is basically like spikes and will kill you instantly in these games. But now that we can shoot diagonal, we can shoot up, we are laughing. They tried this again in like Mega Man 3 with the Shadow Blade, but it just wasn't the same. It's like an actual song and not just a meme song. Honestly, it's probably both. Look at this rubbish. The invisible block, I'm expected to jump up and get it, but it pushed me out of the way. Get out of town. Some more tellies here. And if you run out of resources, they are in the walls. If you run out of resources, you can just, you know, keep beating up these dudes over and over. See, it tried to push me off again. That can be very dangerous later on if you're going without. Because, here's another thing you can do. They can just push you off into the pits, and it's very rude. See, now we can just get through here. Because we're still at a point in the game where our resources come back every time we finish a level, which is very nice. We'll have to be much more careful in the castle for reasons I'm sure you know real well. Alright, here's where we're gonna do it. Check this out. Look at all this stuff we are not doing. I'm out of here. You can stop and get that life if you want, but it's pretty much a waste of time. Because you're better than that. You're not gonna die playing this game. Now we can finally deal with this dude properly. Check that out. Oh, and now we can just deal with him like this. Actually, I keep forgetting I have the metal blade. And also, if you're on a ladder in this game, make sure you hold up again if you go into the pause screen. Or if you... Actually, I think that's wrong. No, we're good. If you change weapon, because Mega Man does not hold on to the ladders when you pause the game. And this can lead to pain later on. Alright, let's beat this guy. He doesn't like bubbles. You hit him, you run away. Ooh. It's a bit random how long he stays on the ground before he runs away. And there we go. That's all there is to it. Easy stuff, right? You can do that. We're all having fun. This is where we get item 1. Message from Dr. Light. So this is a nice little floating platform which we will need later. You'll need all of these when we head on down to Wily's castle later. And that's when things start getting a little tricky resource-wise because they don't come back. Last one's Woodman, and I can't believe I forgot to do this. So if you hold down the A button, I believe, and you choose a Robot Master, you get little birds instead. And I think that's very nice and fitting for Woodman. Or if your screen's not too good, just says Woo Man. Maybe he's feeling good. Just keep on running. Get rid of the rabbits. The bats can go too if you want, but like, you can just run past them. They're not doing too much. I'm getting a pretty funky effect on my TV here as I run around. the trees in the background feel like they're moving. But obviously, that's just because... Let's try something here. That's just because, you know, the way the TV works. If you use Flashman's weapon, the enemies that appear in these rooms do not show up. And you can just run on through. So there's a speed run technique from me to you. And we also just went through that wall. Oh, can we get through? Ah! We did our best, but it wasn't enough. But he's dead anyway. They're not even that big of a challenge, but if you really want to run through, that's how you do it. Little tips from me to you. And it's funny that I'm giving you tips, because let's face it, I don't even know a lot. That's why I like to watch other people play games and do stuff, because, especially with things I like, because they will always know something I don't. And I think that's really interesting, especially, you know, in good games where there's always more to discover. And I think that's just really cool. Get rid of these little Donkey Kongs before they become trouble to us. And, oh, there's a little more to go. Recently played Tekken with new knowledge, realized that it just means wooden man. There is a surprising amount of that in Japanese media. Like, you'll look up English, like, localizations, translations, and they do their best to come up with, like, cool names and stuff, and you will look at, like, Japanese direct translations, like, the literal meanings, and they're just like, wood man, blue guy, happy thing, and you're like, okay, okie doke. But it's good that you're getting that JP knowledge. It is helpful. And this is what we're going to do with Woodman. You can charge up Heatman's weapon, and it pretty much takes him down in 2 hits. Oops, I failed. I forgot that Mega Man does not hold in this game. But that's okay. Bang. I've made a mistake. Ah, it's fine. We're doing fine. Woo! We were not fine. You have witnessed the first big mistake here today. Maybe you're thinking to yourself, coming along was the first big mistake, but I don't think so. Now we're just gonna have to beat him like losers. This is gonna be slow. Well, as long as he's always worse off than we are, we can do it. Now, while we're getting hit, go to the other side, because if he hits you directly, you're going to be in for a world of pain. It's pretty much over. We can do it. Yeah! Other people have fire and metal as weapons, and I just lost to a bunch of leaves. It's true. It's like that in real life too, because I get hay fever. You can deal with like anything in your day-to-day life, and then all of a sudden, here's a nice noise for you. And all of a sudden, yeah, the flowers and the trees destroy you. We're going to Wily's castle now. That is not a house I'd want to live in. Like, where's your bedroom? The Bone Tower. Which one? The second. Here's what people consider to be like the best Mega Man song ever made. It's alright. Now it's important to really watch those weapon refills when they appear. Actually, I think I'm wrong. I am thinking back now. I do think I first played Mega Man 2 on the NES, but I think the real first one I played, we can just use item 3 here. Luckily I caught that. And I think the first one I really tried was Mega Man 9, and I really didn't understand at the time what the pickups were, because I was like, you know, bad at Mega Man, because it was my first time. And I'm thinking to myself, like, how do I feel my life? I just keep getting like these Game Boy looking things. And now that I've said that, I can't actually show them to you because I'm only getting health here. Listen, let's do ourselves a favor. If we're really cool right now, we can jump off the last pixel on the ledge and we can get straight to that ladder. We were not cool. We are uncool. You can get a little stuck here and it is annoying. So remember, holding up on the D-pad, beat up this guy. Luckily as well, the metal blades just have so much ammo on them. See up there in the corner, that's what I was talking about. I'm like, I need health, man, I'm struggling. Why are you just giving me these like original model Game Boy Advances, you know? I don't need that, I'm struggling, help me. We're gonna fill back up item number 3. Because we need everything. Always look at all your items in these levels and see what's lowest. It's a good way to deal with these dudes. The metal blade, again. If you're playing the game Buster only, you're gonna have a bad time. Or you're gonna have a fine time, but this is easier. I don't know how I'm gonna do with the boss of this level. It's actually surprisingly hard. Get rid of this fella. Now, here's where we use number 1. Because you were just presented with this. And there's not much you can do about it. So, you put one here, down, down. When the first one disappears, you whip out your 4th, and you keep going. These guys will never touch you as long as you keep moving. And here we are. The boss is inside. Listen, I'm probably gonna mess this up. Not because of the boss himself, but because of the platforms and the fact that it's gonna move. You get your nice pink Mega Man here to look at. And let's see what you got. Let's see what we can do. Who knows if you'll even see what's going on, because the flickering might be too crazy. Alright, go up here, because he's gonna come up, and he's... Whoa! He beat me in one hit. That is not something I remember. So now we're in trouble, you see, because we gotta hope that we have enough resources to get back up. If we're really lucky, there, we'll need something like that. You gotta fill up whatever's lowest. I do not remember the dragon getting you in one hit. That might have been taken out for the English version, but we'll have to see. And yeah, there's easier ways to play these games, like there's a million HD collections and all that. Yeah, what even happened, right? There's a million HD collections of this, even on like the 3DS and stuff, which is pretty cool. But, I don't know, original's nice. I don't know if I trust the original Mega Man game to play on the NES. We might try, because I haven't really shown them, but you can get passwords in these games to help you to certain spots, you know, help you remember who you've beaten, who you haven't. Like a lot of NES games, the original Mega Man does not have anything of the sort. So if the game turns off, or you know, 40 years on, it decides to crash, which it likely will, that's it, and you gotta start again. So there are ways around it, you know, there's ways to make the game easier for yourself so that even if it does, you know, mess up, you can try beat it as fast as possible. Alright, let's try do not what we did before. We're out of the way. It's happening. It's okay, that's why you want to hang out up the top, because if he hits you with his fire... Whoa, and there's exactly what I said wouldn't happen. Look at this. I am a hack. This is bad. But worst case, we'll just have to do the level again. Honestly, it's just because of the platforms. The boss isn't that bad. The level isn't that bad. It's just those platforms there that really get to me. And after that, we should be smooth sailing. I could definitely, like, I used to play these games a lot, especially back in high school. I don't know, they were just super fun to just breeze through. You can beat them in like an hour or less if you know what you're doing. And I definitely think this one was around the 50-minute mark for me, when I used to just have some fun and give it a go. But currently, yeah, things like that happen. We all get embarrassed. We try and move on. Luckily, I should have enough for another go. If I die again, though, we'll have to try and get some more weapon energy for number 1. And I'm not even referring to me here, I mean weapon number 1. Do people still talk about themselves like that? Okay, third try's the charm. I'll try not to talk myself up too much. And we might be able to avoid a bit of embarrassment. Not too much, will still be a bit embarrassing. Just like, you know, by principle. There we go. That's good. And done. There we go. That's what should have happened straight away. I don't even know if you can see anything here because of the screen flickering going on, but that's what should have happened straight away. And now we will move on and probably have not too much stress for the rest of the game. Maybe on like the 3rd level, we'll have to see where we need Crashman's weapon. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. We will definitely refill number 1. Number 2 should be full. Yes, we'll be fine. And look at that, nice. These dudes are here to help if you need weapon energy. Otherwise, we'll fill up number 1, and then we are just going to use number 2 to scoot away. Well, that didn't go properly, but we managed to salvage it somehow. That was really good. Alright. I want full 2nd weapon. So we're going to hang out here. I don't know how that happened. Here we go. We are still on world record pace. Here we go, we got one of the Game Boys. So now, number 2 is here, and we are gonna get out of here. Tempting to reach for the 1st ladder, but if you go for the 2nd, you get a bunch of good stuff. So definitely give it a go. Look at this! And now we can replace a lot of the weapon energy that we've been using. The game knows I'm streaming and it's trolling. That's true, but usually I've heard that about, you know, the person themselves. People say that, you know, you can play games as well as you want, but if you start doing it in front of other people, your IQ just drops about 15 points, and everything becomes harder to do. So check this out, nice. Alright. We gotta conserve our Crashman's weapon here for later. That's good. And now we get the energy tank as well. I can't remember properly if in this game, getting a game over makes you lose all your energy tanks. I mean, it's been a long time since I've gotten a game over playing this game. Can you hear that? It's my own horn, toot toot. But this is a good part to refill anything you might need. I think that's why they put that here. I doubt they put it here as a challenge. I think they put it here as a, you know, fill up your stuff. We will definitely... It's not empty, but trust me, if you don't know what's happening, we are going to need that later. Performance anxiety. I'm not anxious though, but we're all having fun. And that's the point. If we weren't having fun, we would definitely have to be elsewhere, because that's what it's all about. Good. Metal's looking good. Yes. We're getting through. They've stopped dropping things for me. Now we'll fill up number 3. Whoops. And there we go. That's enough of that for now. Bit more of this. And here's our old friend number 3 to help us get up the wall. If you can look through the ground, you can see the chain. Because it has to go somewhere on the screen. We're going to try and stop in between these two. It's not as hard as it looks. Hey, there we go. We have to drop, so let's drop. Try to get on in here. Everything's looking good. gotta remember what I said about having fun. You don't have fun as like number one? Come on, you gotta take it easy. Quit that stressing all the time. What's it gonna do for you? Nothing. I'm looking cool here, but we could very easily mess this up. Like that! These things hit hard. And I was very lucky there. If I was like a centimeter closer, I'm gonna use the energy tank. Because we haven't been using them, and let's face it, we don't want to mess up. It's very annoying on these levels to make mistakes. See, check that out. I would have died. But now we're good! Beautiful. We're at the 45-minute mark if I'm looking correctly. And let's see if we can do it under an hour. I doubt it, but it would be neat if we could. Alright. Metal Blade's looking a bit empty. Let's see what we can do about that. Energy tank, huh? Yeah, I could use one. Woo! There we go. Ooh. We will have to see. We gotta make sure we fill these back up. It is very important that we have Crashman's weapon. I think we're gonna waste some to get some here. And get this weapon energy. Probably puts me back exactly where I started, but it's okay. There's some more stuff here. Yes, perfect. One for metal. One for Crash, because we will need that soon. I keep saying that. But, there we go. He's done. And it's time for some underwater sections. I guess we had some in our Bubble Man stage, but I didn't really talk about it. Watch out for the big fish. Oh, he's not there yet. Watch out for the big fish. There he is. Don't touch the spikes. And let's see how we go. Good. But there's always more room to mess up. Why would you jump here? Why would they put that on the roof? And there's some there if you fell in the wrong direction. Look, it's all going well. No one else really needs it more than metal right now. And there's another one. I knew that and I got hit anyway. This one is not a tough one. We'll breeze through this. Oh, right. It's a giant Guts Man from Mega Man 1. Use the boomerangs on him again. Look, he's almost done. We'll just get back up there. Finished! See? Once the dragon's done, there's not a lot to worry about. Maybe except the next level. And just the boss of the next level. Other than that, I think we should be alright. Just vibe along to the next level music. And here we go. If we can get through this, we can get through anything, which, you know, of course, because it's the end of the game, there's not much more to get through. Crazy Armored Core build. Very nice. I've never actually played those games myself, but I see a lot of people talking about them. So, if you can get something like that in there, I'd like to see someone make that. I think that'd be worth seeing. So watch out for this level, because there are gaps in the floor. Fastest one yet? Do you mean beating the boss? If so, yeah, he's not that tough. Here's a good thing to do. Use your bubbles. They will tell you where the gaps in the floor are. See? Easy peasy. You'll have to watch out here. I think the gap is in like the third last one. Let's see if I'm right. Bang. Always correct. There's stuff you can get if you want it. Do we even need it? I think we'll be cool. We should be okay. Coming on down. And we get to this part. So, here's what you want. Use the very leaves that defeated me. And we'll get through here, no problem. We'll just jump and skip this part. We can drop onto here. And up. And back on. And in. Here's where we've got to start getting crafty. So yeah, use your leaves. And there's not really anything to worry about. Fatal last word. Well, I've been wrong before. Multiple times in the past like 40 minutes. So we'll have to see. Throw your leaves that way because you can't move. Don't go for the one up. Oh, there's two down there. If you could touch both, you'd come out of the net gain, but that's not how we're working here. It's a trick. We need item number 2 for this one. And here we go. See? Easy peasy. What's down here? A lot of these dudes. Get airman. Yes! And now we can do this. We'll get him next time. We didn't! Look, wrong already. There we go. What needs it? Number 2. But now we gotta deal with these dudes. Like, I have no idea how to, like, dodge these guys. Not gonna make it. That is, Now, I may have just walked back too far, and yep, now we got 2. Mistakes into mistakes. But look, we just walked past. And then this guy. The game is not keen on you progressing past this point. Very important, I've got full Crashman weapon. We need that, and I do mean need. If we don't have that, we're gonna have a terrible time. So, here's the boss. Real name, the Boo Beam Trap. So, you need Crashman's weapon. You get exactly enough to beat the boss and its little walls around it. You cannot break every wall and you cannot hit every boss. If you can even see them on the screen right now, I'm seeing. They might not be showing up at all. But I definitely am shooting them on the wall. Nope, we are not doing that. Dodge that. Alright, let's get on back up. You might be able to see him briefly now. But yes, if you try and break all the doors, you will not have enough weapon energy to beat the boss. Which is a terrible design. So if I wanted to say break that wall and beat this guy, I could not. That was very strange. I jumped straight up, but now I'll hit him and it's done. That is why you need the exact amount of Crashman's weapon for this level. I think it's unfair. I think it's very bad for new players. I mean, in like, what, 1986 or 7, Capcom did not give a hoot. And they were like, these stupid kids aren't going to be beating my game first try. And they put that in. But we did. We figured it out all together. And now it's boss time. So we've got like weapons and stuff. Now we're going to see who's who. It's Flashman first. He goes down to the metal blades pretty fast. Bit embarrassing. There, he didn't even do anything. Metal Man, check this out. That's it. We'll get this out of habit. We don't need it. Flashman now. Again, now that we've got the air, we could do this in one go if we wanted. If we timed it well. Bang. Hit him with all those. Wait till he comes on back. Done. So if you play this game, like in the correct order with the weaknesses and stuff, it's wild. I forget like what real weapon does him a good job other than like Flashman, but you can pretty much do this because he's not on different levels now. Just hit him. I don't even need to do anything anymore. There, bang. Yeah, Metal Man, he's pretty embarrassing. We're out here, who's next? Bubble Man, again, metal blades, shredding him. So let's get those back. You'll find I am not even careful when I play this game like with the right order. Because you get that back, and you just keep going. Look, 3 guys left, right? Woodman, can we do a better job? There's one. See, that's what was meant to happen, right? That is not what we did before. Airman! We will use the leaves. I don't know how you're supposed to dodge that one. And bang, 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 bang. He's gone. You can probably figure out who's last. It's Heatman. Now we get the bubbles out. Hit him. He took too long. Almost embarrassed ourselves. But you know, around here, almost isn't good enough. So let's see how we go with old Dr. Wily. Pretty sure Metal Blades will just take him out. We're going metal, I believe. Whoops! That's fine. I didn't even want to win anyway. I might be wasting my metal stuff here, because I think, like, no matter what, you can just always shoot Dr. Wily, and it always goes for 1 damage. Now we will use one of our E-tanks that we've kept handy. Is it now that metal comes in handy? Like, I don't know, man. I mean, we got rid of half his stuff, so... As always, we'll make it into a race. I won. Now the very last level. If you do not have any bubbles left, you're going to have a bad time. This game really loves putting into situations with bosses that only have 1 weakness, nothing else even hurts them. If you want to have an easy time in this level, just hold right. There's things to dodge. There's things in this level, but if you hold right, you put yourself a bit ahead of the pattern, and you don't really have to worry about anything anymore. So you check that out. Look at all this stuff I don't have to do. And I'm pretty sure that stuff hurts you a lot. Like, I don't really remember, but I'm fairly certain it hits you pretty hard. So we skipped that, because we don't feel like it. And it's bubble time. Because Dr. Wily was really an alien all along. And now, he's pretty much on a timer, so don't get greedy. Just dodge his shots, hit him when he comes by, and you should be golden. See, like that, don't do that. There we go, see, it's all happening. There, I got hit again, but that's fine. We've got like 2 E-tanks. If we mess up this one though, we're in for a bad time. Yeah, let's use the E-tank. There's nothing we're hiding from. Beautiful. Yep, it's all going on. Nice. I'm gonna get hit. That was not a good one. Yep. Here we go. Yes. Whoops. Doesn't matter, it's still happening. That was just me not moving. We're gonna be fine. We can get hit one more time. Then we'll think about using the E-tank again. Or you know what, why don't we just take an almost sure thing into a sure thing. We're not too prideful around here, we'll just take it. We saved it, so we might as well use it. There's nothing worse than getting to an end of the game and hoarding all your items and having nothing to use them on. Check this out. Wouldn't you know, this man is not an alien and it was a trick all along. The deep lore of Mega Man 2. But yeah, me too, I love little tricks like that in games. Especially older ones, there's usually like easy ways through if you know what you're doing. Otherwise, you're in for a big struggle. And that's the game. There you go, just over an hour in stream length. But I think that's because I was talking a lot at the start. So, not bad. But now we get to watch the credits. Mega Man walking home. Really cute, I'll say. I like this section as well. He walks home through the seasons. I don't know how far away Dr. Wily's castle was, but if it takes you a whole year to walk home, I don't know, you probably should have just taken the bus. But that's it, that's the game. I like it, because it's, you know, just something you can speed through whenever you want. Like, look, it's been an hour and we're already done. We had lots of fun. We were hanging out together. Look, now it's green. Nice springtime. Or if this is summer again. And we head on home. Get a nice strobe effect. Seizure warning. And Mega Man's done. We're going back home. And now the credits. If you didn't know, a lot of the Mega Man bosses, or most of them, you can see from Mega Man 2 onwards, were actually designed by competition in game magazines in Japan. And these are the people, or like the kids really, that sent in their designs and won and got picked for the game. So they would take the kids' designs and then they would clean them up, you know, make them proper and cool, and then they would put them in the game. And then these kids would get their names in it, which would be a pretty good achievement. I'm probably going to end up playing the other Mega Man games eventually, because I like them a lot. If you hang around, you'll see in Mega Man, I believe 4 and 5, you will get the illustrator who's grown up to be the illustrator for One Punch Man. So he had a start as a child doing Mega Man bosses, you know, sending his designs into magazines and stuff, and I think that's pretty cool. It's a nice story. So melancholic. I'll say. It gets worse in the X games. Like, you beat up the game and like, you're all done, everything's beat, and then like, you get the little ending sequence and Mega Man X is like, will this ever end? I'm so sad that it happened. It's like, dude, you won. Yes, that's why the designs look like they were made by kids. Honestly, that and, you know, older Japanese games, they weren't afraid to make cute looking designs. I think it's, you know, when things came to the West that, you know, Kirby had to have the angry eyebrows and stuff. It wasn't allowed to be cute and fun. But there we go, presented by Capcom, all done. You gotta love a game that says thanks for playing at the end, or, you know, special thanks, you. That's how you know it's a real, like, 10 out of 10. And then if we go back, it starts again. And we've got the subtitle there, The Mystery of Dr. Wily. All the Mega Man games in Japanese had subtitles, and that did not come to the English games. They just decided to whip those out, couldn't be bothered. I mean, there's like 3 words in the entire game, and they're like, I am not, under any circumstances, translating that. You cannot make me. And I suppose that's a design choice. Otherwise, that's it. We're gonna finish up here. We can finish up with this screen because the song is good. And yeah, there's the passwords I never used. So if you were starting from a certain point, or if you got a game over, the game would tell you, you know, you're here. So if you want to take a break and come back, you can put this password in and get straight to it. It only works up to Dr. Wily's castle, up to the first level. From there, you're on your own. You do not get passwords past that point, which is kind of lame. And it gets a bit lamer in the like second, I don't know, half of the hexology, if you want to use that word. The original 6 games, 4, 5, and 6, they have 2 castles. And the last password still only gets you up to the start of the first one, which is very lame, in my opinion. But they were doing what they could. Other than that, I think we're done for the day. I had a lot of fun, and hopefully you did too. It was a nice way to relax. It's like early in the morning for me here, not too early. It's like 9 AM at this point, but I've never been one to shy away from waking up early. Hopefully, whatever time it is where you're living, you're having a good time, you're able to relax. You'll notice, if you've been watching the past few times, I'm very bad at goodbyes, and I will just keep talking so that we don't have to leave. But it's time. We had fun. I'll be back again. I'll be back tomorrow. I think we're due in for a bit of Mario RPG, because I played that twice. Please, again, for the love of God, tell me if something's wrong with the audio, because I didn't know until someone commented, a good friend of mine now, commented that the audio was being doubled, and he was like, oh, is this on purpose? Is this like a copyright thing? And I was like, oh no. Oh no. So, if you're hearing audio twice, if something's not right, if something's out of sync, please tell me, and we can fix it. Otherwise, we'll be playing Mario RPG tomorrow. I think we'll be playing in my afternoon, which I think is, you know, evening in other places. But I'll put the frame up so you can see it in your favorite time zone, and we'll go from there. See you later. Alright. It was good to see you again. I'm glad you came back. Alright, see you next time. Like, what's that? 4th goodbye? We usually get to 4. I'm out of here. Bye-bye. Love you. See you. Miss you.